Anambra government arrests 10 persons for illegal mining in Aguleri. Federal government urges media houses to emphasize Nigeria's positive outcomes. Israel launches military operation in West Bank, killing 9 Palestinians. A very good morning to you. Welcome to our breakfast news this morning. My name is Ijoma Uche. Before we start, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and the promotion of our core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has refuted claims by a publication online that Anambra State under his leadership is seeking to borrow 245 billion naira. Governor Soludo made this known while responding to questions from the media shortly after a statewide broadcast on Anambra 33rd anniversary celebration at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. He described the news as fake, stressing that his administration is not aware and has no plans to borrow funds for now, while stressing that borrowing in itself is not bad. Governor Soludo emphasized that his government has a narrow and stringent criteria about borrowing. The governor recalled that even though the State House of Assembly approved for his administration to borrow 100 billion naira in 2022, his government has not borrowed 1 kobo yet. According to the governor, his administration has been working on projects that will be bankable and that his government will not borrow for consumption. Anambra State government has apprehended and paraded 10 suspected illegal miners who engaged in illegal sand mining activity in the government's restricted area in Aguleri, Anambra East Council area. The suspects, whose activities have threatened residents and the environment, were apprehended by the enforcement team of Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra Ocha Brigade and paraded at East Headquarters in Oka. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Director of Ocha Brigade, Comrade Celestin Anere, revealed that the said area was sealed off months ago because of the illegal mining activities and dredging that have posed serious environmental threats to the area, and wondered why some individuals are bent on flouting government order. According to him, the suspects will be charged to court and warned that all sites sealed must not be trespassed by anyone or group of persons, as ignorance is not an excuse to the law. Comrade Anere explained that 10-kilometer radius of the restricted area is protected from any sand mining or excavation activities, bemoaning the losses the state has incurred from activities of sand miners. Comrade Anere vowed that those illegal sand miners in any part of the state will not escape the long arms of the law, as his office has been strengthened to arrest and prosecute anyone found engaging in the illegal activity.
You see, we are on a drive now to stop all this illegality, because we are going to seize the tippers, we are going to confiscate whatever earth-moving equipment that they are using to do this illegal acts. So we are going to stop it regardless of who is involved.
The enforcement exercise continued with a routine visit to identified mining sites in other parts of Anambra State.
The Anambra State Universal Basic Education Board, ASUBEB, has held its 2024 annual leadership retreat for officers in charge, headquarters and directors Group 1, drawn from the 6 education zones of the state. The retreat held at Opono, Oka South Council area had its theme as Education as Panacea for Human Capital Development, Effective and Efficient School Management as Sustaining Factors. Queen Anibogo has that report.
Of ASUBEB, Dr. Vera Wadinobi, during an interactive section with the participants, described teachers as people who have unimaginable powers and influence over their pupils and students, and urged them to use the abilities to teach their learners moral and family values. While saying that life is no longer sacred in Nigeria, Dr. Wadinobi called on everyone to go back to Nigerian societal values, saying that a society that has no value brings up children who are unruly unruly, pointing out that morality is crucial to proper functioning of the society. She advised teachers to go back to teaching learners skills, adding that the curriculum should incorporate what is practical so that the children will learn hard work even at tender ages.
Let us stop laying so much emphasis on scores so that they will learn these things practically, not just in theory. Schools should intensify the use of home visits, telephone conversations with the parents, newsletters, bulletin boards, workshops, and regular face-to-face communication to keep families informed about the status of school and children values.
A resource person, Mrs. Kate Ndulwe, in her presentation titled Curriculum Prepares Learners to Meet the Needs of the Society, School as Propeller, explained that curriculum are things they teach in schools to help children become good citizens and solve the problems of their communities.
Curriculum is the content, the method, and the sequence of teaching and learning. All the learning activities that learners engage in order to achieve specific learning goals and outcomes.
Another resource person, Engineer Mike Nebo, who spoke extensively on the topic data collection and analysis management in schools, described ASUBEB as a database commission, adding that the importance of data collection in the school system cannot be overemphasized. In a vote of thanks, one of the participants from Nnewi Zone, Mrs. Edith Uzochukwu, commended the chairman of ASUBEB for her doggedness in moving education forward through the board as well as the directors of their corporation.
You are doing very well. You are good to make the education forward. I say thank you, ma. I appreciate everything you are doing and the one you did now. You are always out to teach because you are a teacher.
During the interactive section, some of the participants asked questions about gray areas of the profession and received clarifications, while the retreat, which began on the 25th of August, will end on 25th September 2024 for all the 4 groups.
Members of Ezi Obulo family in Ifite village, Nkwele Zunaka, in Oyi local government area, owners of Abo Igugu land, otherwise called Hillview Estate, has appealed to Governor Chukwuma Soludo to look into what they call illegal dezoning and selling of utility plots within the estate. They made the appeal during a press conference at the residence of their chairman, Mr. Vincent Nwankwo, after conducting pressmen round the estate. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike fired this report.
Press. Mr. Nwankwo, who noted with dismay the dezoning of the utility plots, appealed for the release of all their entitlements, including 20% compensatory plots from the 89 plots realized from ravages and 20% compensatory plots from the 56 plots realized from A plots in accordance with the Anambra State land use policy. He also called for the return of all SPO plots as provided in the original master plan for the provision of schools, hospitals, recreation parks, gardens, and event centers, among others, to achieve a decent housing estate.
Actually, in the protest, I say, the Anambra State will know now. I'm one of the Soludo, I gave you good office here. We're never going to.
Contributing, the attorney of the family, Barrister Chinedu Ufondo, added that since the SPO plots have been converted into residential plots, the release of 20% realizable plots from the 38 plots realized is due to the family still in accordance with Anambra State's land use policy. Barrister Ufondo frowned that despite the fact that contracts were at different times awarded and fully paid to the developer for quality access roads, electricity, water supply, perimeter fencing, by Anambra State Housing Corporation, some of the roads, especially those of the compensatory plots, have not been opened or deforested for the first time. After 20 years, it was awarded and pleaded with Governor Soludo to send an independent team to inspect the quality of work done at the estate.
What is happening in Hillview has persisted and that it has continued. So by this, we have advised our clients not to engage in any kind of protest or violence. If by this press briefing we can call the attention of the government, we believe that he have not been well briefed on what is happening there.
Speaking through a telephone interview, when contacted on the matter, the managing director, Anambra State Housing Development Corporation, Mr. Chike Anyonu, categorically made it clear that Ezubolo family is chasing an invisible thing and that their allegations are not founded because they have been duly paid their compensation and compensatory clause given. By tracing the origin of the estate back to 2005 during the administration of Senator Chris Ngige till he assumed office in 2022, Mr. Anyonu, who noted that the plan has gone through different managements and boards with various updates, affirmed that their grievances were not caused by him nor Governor Soludo, as he is only working with what he met on ground. According to him, the Ezubulu family has gotten all their entitlements, and for those other public utilities which they from time to time illegally share with developers are no longer available, as the corporation has assigned them for the establishment of education, health, market, and others, and assured that even though they inherited the estate with the present design the developer is working with, they can only address issues with merit and relevance.
You're watching ABS Breakfast News. We'll take a break here. The news returns after this time out. Stay.
The new Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish and energize your kids. Milo 3-in-1 is such a smart choice. Milo, energy to go further.
Welcome back. The federal government has called on international media organizations to pay attention to the positive narratives coming out of Nigeria rather than concentrating only on the negatives. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mr. Mohammed Idris, made a call during our working visit to BBC headquarters in London. According to a statement signed by his media aide, Mr. Rabiu Ibrahim, the minister's visit is part of broader efforts by the Federal Minister of Information and National Orientation to build bridges with both foreign and local media organizations. Idris, during his meeting with the senior BBC executives, including the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of BBC News and Director of the BBC World Service, Jonathan Monroe, stressed the importance of media houses with global influence, understanding, and socio-political and cultural context of the regions they report on, adding that the media plays an indispensable role in shaping the right narratives, fostering understanding, and driving development. Mr. Idris pressed the BBC's role as a key narrator of Nigeria's political journey, but he also called for more balanced reporting, urging them to highlight Nigeria's progress and successes, particularly by focusing on stories that inspire hope and emphasize positive outcomes in the country. The minister also addressed the growing issue of misinformation and fake news, which he described as a significant challenge for the youth in Nigeria and worldwide. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us on Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Television Oka and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradio.com. Top stories once more as we conclude this news package. Governor Soludo has debunked reports on plans to borrow 245 billion naira. Anambra government has paraded 10 persons for illegal mining in Aguleri. Federal government has urged media houses to emphasize Nigeria's positive outcomes. And just before we leave, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra state economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the breakfast news this morning. Thank you very much for watching.
Hello viewers, welcome to Motivational Tonic, a program designed to move you from complacency and redundancy to becoming the best in your journey of life. In this segment, we are going to look at a topic simply called kindness. Kindness. Kindness simply means putting a smile on somebody's face. Automatically, when you show kindness to someone, you are putting a smile on that person's face. We're in a time that people are committing suicide out of just a word spoken to them in anger. They decide to throw in the towel. This is the time also we have to pick up and stand up to be kind and show love to others. Kindness, like I said, is putting a smile on somebody's face. I want to ask you a question. What have you done in the time past to put a smile on somebody's face? Is either you are putting a smile on somebody's face or you are making somebody regret ever being born. Wickedness is making people regret knowing you. Kindness is making people celebrate knowing you. My viewer, I am here to challenge you. It is time for you to engage in kind acts. From the little you have, put a smile on somebody's face. From your word, put a smile on somebody's face. From your action and reaction, put a smile on somebody's face. Be a person who is known for kindness. Kind people engrave their name in the hearts of people. Kind people write their name in the sands of time. If you're a person that is kind, even though you are going to die one day, yes, you're going to die one day, the kindness you show people will remain in the sands of time. Denigration cannot remove it. People will always look back and talk about you and eulogize you for being kind and loving to them. When you are kind, you are putting a smile on somebody's face. Please, viewer, go out there, do something that will put a smile on somebody's face. I believe with these 3 points I've made, with these 3 points I've brought to you, your understanding, and you are going to be practicing the act of kindness. You're going to be practicing the act of kindness from these 3 points I've brought to you. Do have a great day. Don't forget your love and appreciate it.
One passenger, big auntie. Come and enter my bus now.
Hey, conductor, this cough is serious. I beg, you need to go to the hospital.
Hospital?
Doctors say cough symptoms are different in every